queuing up on the inside. Here's some more replays happening. This is Johnson down the inside of Garwood, and Tony Kay wants a slice of the action too, and just drills the teenager around right in the driver's side door.
And continued on with it. Didn't get out of the throttle, did he? It's a reasonably simple system of weights and revs to make sure all the cars are even. And Cameron Mason and Al Balgin both pointing in the wrong direction at turn 3.
Here he goes again.
Oh, we didn't do the donuts like he, or not yet anyway, that he did at Darwin, but still smoking up the tyres.
He's cleaned them anyway. Back to normal. They drop towards the back of the field.
What happened? So braking zone. Oh, wow. Oh. Gee, Cameron Mason came from a long way back and was sideways well before he got to the corner.
If the car wasn't that long, he would have missed it.
Yes.
Oh.
Quite a hefty impact too. So Boughgen would have had no idea getting to the tyre barrier. Oh, so here's a look for Darren. We saw him with the big slide earlier. No way near getting that thing stopped. So locked the front brakes and just spun. So watch the brake grab as he turns it in. But man, he was way, way too deep. Give him the benefit of the doubt and say that they may have been down. And that's going to find the wall.
Oh, squared it up, but he was lucky here because he's gone in between the two walls on the left-hand side.
So right front is the loaded tyre across the top, and that very high-speed section was a glancing blow. It probably looks...
All the HQ up to the left-hand side, up there at Wakefield Street. And there's Thomas Randle. Now, has he gone off on the oil down the chicane? I would say yes, judging by that shot in the background down, and he's done some damage too to car number 4.
So he's hit the tyres. You can see a little bit of a crease in that guard, so he's been in. So the engine in that HQ Monaro would have gone on the start-finish straight. Big trail of oil down through the centre chicane. We're about to find out exactly what happened. Quick approach. There's the HQ expiring. Oh, and there's Tom, the 20-year-old, into the fence. Bow on the outside, Bob Wisely in the middle. So it all just checks up in front, and he drills the back of Eddie Abelnica and then does the same to the fence. So he got the side of the tyres. So where the tyre walls start, he clipped that, and that's what's done a lot of the damage. The initial impact with Abelnica was large, but the damage has come when he's hit the tyres.
That was Beale. Maybe slight contact with O'Brien, hard to tell. And Williams taking evasive action, but clipped Eddie Abelnica.
Stopped so quickly. That would have rattled his cage a little bit.
This will be the shot. So it's contact Keith KASSULKE and Hansford as well in the background of that shot. And how everyone didn't experience, we won't know. And then, oh man. To Murray's corner now in the background. Here's the shot. He got up on the dirt all on his own, and big impact.
Wow.
Right-hand side, even popped the boot up as he slid his way. Great evasive action from the man who got pole position yesterday, and Stephen Johnson, to avoid that impact.
That's really strange. It's not every day of the week you see a car go in that early. Normally it's after they've gone through the kink at full noise and they impact that inside wall when the rear end breaks free, but it broke free before he even got into the corner. Now, word from race control is they're dealing with this under local yellows. So that's Stephen Johnson in the Ford Mustang who was in behind him. So Bob was just a couple of wheels off the road.
To the green flag, and it waves down. We're underway in the final race of the Touring Car Masters. Cam Tilley decides to cut the lawn on the outside of pit straight, but Tony KARANFILOVSKI will take this into the centre chicane for the first time. Contact in the middle of the corner, and Brad Tilley lucky not to go around.
That's a better catch than the Aussie Slips caught in that. He's caught it. That's not great though. Terry Lawler, big damage into the fence hard. There's a couple of cars involved. Jim Richards, Brett Youlden, and Cameron Tilley, who got a good start in the Pacer. GOMERSALL's caught up. Big damage, safety car, and a long clean-up ahead.
And watch it all. It's one of those moments here where, nowhere to go. That's just total bad luck.
So there was nothing Jim could do in that. Brett Youlden's escaped some damage. So too GOMERSALL. So it was all teeing off in front, but great catch for Tilley and Mason. And Lawler was just across hard right on the road into the fence, and then him rebounding across.
It's the centre chicane, and now Cam Tilley thought he had a place to get through, and then he drills the side of Terry Lawler's car.
I think people will look at that and go, oh, jumbled up grid these. And Johnson really good in the middle sector, which is this long back straight up the hill to turn 6. It's a big brake lock up from Jason GOMERSALL. It's still going, and he's in the fence. Enormous impact. The big mate Tirana has gone in hard. That was a long brake lock-up. Just did not get the car stopped and turned in.
Tirana in shot, locked the left front. It just went on, and wait for the impact. Similar to what we saw with Golding's impact last year on lap 1 during the 500.
And Will Davison and Michael Caruso back in 2010 at the same point. It's claimed some cars that corner. That was huge. This was the view we're watching live. So enormous brake lock-up and just couldn't get the car turned in, and crunch. Just did the 180 in the air when it was in the fence. Check this out.
Man, it's pushed the arm car in at the back, so it's gone right into a tyre wall that's 4 levels deep. Remember Simon Wills had a rollover there back in the warm-up session, 2004, I think that was.
Almost ended up over the fence.
Yeah.
Willsy, another look at speed. So it's a 265km/h approach to that corner.
Sides, and we go green here in race number 2 of the Touring Car Masters down to turn number 1, and GOMERSALL will get the lead. He locks the brake for a split second, but will hold the lead through turn 1. We got some side-by-side action. He's going around there on the exit of his contact with Abel Nika, and now King's involved. Big damage here on the straight.
That's an enormous crash. There must be a dozen cars involved. Sven Boykart's in the Porsche. Oh, look at that. It's a wrecking yard. And an expensive one at that. Huge damage to the front of the A9X. A couple of Porsches, Bernie Stack in the middle of that. Belinda Price is parked. Andrew Fisher, who started at the back of the field.
Oh, man.
Huge damage to Abel Nika, who started third. Mark King copped an enormous hit in the Chevy Camaro as well.
Race has been red flagged. There's King. We've got Stack in the middle of this. Belinda Price. And we thought that lock-up from GOMERSALL's car, that's just cold tyres going through. He looped it on his own. As he corrected, it's come back in front of the entire field. And even John Bowe caught in this. This is exactly like we saw in race number 3 at Adelaide earlier this year.
For turn 2, watch the car slide. So it slides, takes it, nowhere to go, and it was the old NASCAR-style chain reaction behind as everyone stacked up. Oh, wow. That 38 Porsche absolutely drilled.
Probably
the Falcon in front.
The luckiest one out, that was probably Rowan Little.
Yeah.
Pulling to the left-hand side. Here's the view from Ryan Hansford, who went green. A nice start. In fact, we've got a better start than Bowe ahead, but nowhere to go for the multi-spares Tirana. Now watch the first Tirana ahead in shot. He's locked the brake, and watch him correct the car through here. This will be a piece of television history right here for Hansford. Oh, man.
Oh, he was lucky. He was really lucky to avoid that heads-up driving from Ryan. Well, that shows the initial point of the spin. And it's probably a question of who got through as much as who didn't. There's going to be a lot of walking wounded at the back of that. And just as the field spun, it just all stacked up. Check the green Porsche there. Just going side by side, because he was all good to this point, but everyone stacks up. He tries to get the hole through the middle and finds himself with nowhere to go. And then crunch. A big hit, I think, into Blue Cannon's Ford.
Oh, straight into Abel Nika goes GOMERSALL. Bowe got hit twice at the end. King, the big loser out of this.
GOMERSALL's car is going to be very, very messy, and the rest of the field had absolutely nowhere to go. And that was a big impact. So the initial impact was with Eddie Abel Nika, who's copped huge damage on the right front. But watch this hit. That's massive.
Yikes.
That is absolutely huge.
If the first one didn't wreck it, the second one finished it off completely. And there was Bowe trying to just get away from the scene of the crime.
And I don't think there's anything you can do about this. It's not like it's a driver standards issue. It's not a quality of driving problem. It was a mistake, a slide that stacked the field up, and they ran into turn 2 and the old start-finish line here at Winton, and a whole bunch of cars had nowhere to go.